things. Today is the 30th anniversary of Metroid. And that's pretty exciting, because Metroid, as I've often said, is my favorite video game series. And today I have something very special for you that just came out today, which is the Super Metroid version of Metroid 2. Well, actually, at the Zero Mission version of Metroid 2, a fan make of one of the probably most difficult games of the series to get into. Now, before I continue jumbling my words, I'd like to talk a little bit about Metroid and why it's my favorite video game series, and then we'll get into the fan remake of Metroid 2. And without sounding like a bitter twat, because Nintendo hasn't really done anything with Metroid in a while, and the only thing that we have on the horizon that we're aware of is Destiny Light, or Borderlands Chibi, which is Metroid Federation Force, a game that on its own doesn't look too bad, but a game that does not really represent Metroid's history. Kinda sad, but I'll probably still play it, give it a shot, be disappointed. You never know, might be great. It's got a good developer on it. But it's not what really we want. I think a lot of Metroid fans would agree that we're not getting a lot of Metroid lately, and well, we aren't, and it sucks. It feels bad because it is such a great series. 30 years ago in Japan, Metroid 1 came out, and Metroid 1 was this fucking, like, for me, I remember playing it when I was a kid at the age of like 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever I was, when I was watching my cousin play it, and then he would give me the controller, and then I would try to play it. And try to play it was probably the operating sentence here. Metroid 1 was a labyrinthian mess of colors and caverns and just this obtuse, like, map layout that was so difficult. You had to draw your own maps. You couldn't go online and look for help. It was really, really, really fucked, because I couldn't beat that game. We couldn't beat that game for years, and then finally we did, and it was worth it. But Metroid was this amazing game that started the series, and it was obviously based on Alien in a lot of ways, and you get the same sense of dread from the Metroid game. And again, playing it when it first came out and when I was young, it was an experience, and it always felt like every time I played I would discover something new, secrets everywhere, just the great music and really, really amazing atmosphere. And again, the game was actually fun. Now it's dated, but at the time it was pretty goddamn fun, and I loved playing Metroid. I used to get lost in it, just play for hours and hours and hours, and just find new things, find glitches. So Metroid 1 may not have aged amazingly, but it's still great, and I love it. And the reason Metroid as a series is my favorite is because two of my favorite games of all time are in the Metroid series. Super Metroid, which is like my number 2 favorite game of all time, just behind Chrono Trigger, and Metroid Prime, which I think is just fucking a flawless execution of translating that series into 3D. The other Prime games were great too in their own way, but Prime 1, there was a little something special about that. Really kind of comes down to having some of the best games ever made in this series, in my opinion. And then the Game Boy ones, Fusion was great, just played that not too long ago, really enjoyed that. Zero Mission was an excellent remake. And then there was a few other titles, like there was like Metroid Pinball, of all things, and that's like an oddity for a series like this, but it was still apparently pretty good. And of course, Other M. We try not to talk about Other M, but I'm going to talk about Other M because it involves Metroid's history, and I wanted to just touch on it a little bit before I go into this remake. I'll be talking a lot about Metroid 2, obviously, during the game, but I wanted to talk about Other M because I did stream it, and I didn't hate aspects of it, but it really did kind of put a nail in the coffin, didn't it? And there was no coffin. It's like the game kind of built the coffin, or Nintendo built the coffin, after the game came out, and then the game itself was used to nail the fucking nails into it. It's a shame because Metroid Other M could have been cool. I feel like it was oversimplified. The story was unnecessary, and the setting was pretty limiting, and you know, otherwise it wasn't terrible. I feel like it gets a bad rap, but it's mostly because the series is so renowned and so well loved, and Samus is such a loved character that people were very defensive. I believe that Other M really fucked with Samus's character in a way that was not cool, and it's been more or less since then that we haven't really had a Metroid game, and it sucks. And you would think with the 3DS we would get one. You would think with the 3DS we could get maybe like a 3D/2D game. Maybe we could have got something a la a Link Between Worlds. You know, that would have been cool. But instead, the series is on ice, and fans are confused, and then out of nowhere Federation Force comes out or is revealed, and it ends up having tons of dislikes. So it's been a rocky journey being a Metroid fan. You know, in between Super Metroid and Metroid Prime was what, like 7 years? That was a while. You know, and when I was younger, time went a little slower, so fucking 7 years felt like an eternity. And I kept thinking to myself, when are they gonna revisit Metroid? Where's Metroid 64? Never happened. Even at that time, I would say it was a toss-up between Metroid and Zelda as my favorite series of a video game. But there's something about Metroid that just does it for me. At its best, it's an exploration game with action elements. But even more than that, you get this great feeling of like being lost in these worlds, and it's just great sci-fi. And honestly, in this case, great sci-fi that doesn't need to say a lot. I feel like a Metroid game accomplishes more with fewer words than most games accomplish with entire legions of script. And it kind of, in similar ways, worked the same way Alien, the original Alien movie that Ridley Scott directed. Ridley Scott. It worked that way too, because Alien had a really great, tight script, but there was also long stretches of just silence, long stretches of atmosphere, of world building, and it was so just perfect. So if Metroid took influence from that, then it did so well, because the series at various points in its history has accomplished what many games strive to accomplish. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to say about Metroid. I love the series, and I would like to see it make a comeback in a big way. Unfortunately, Nintendo has not done that. So fans have had to kind of pick up the slack. I present to you now something very cool. Its full title is Another Metroid 2 Remake. And it came out just today on the 30th anniversary. Now note, I did not make this. The team that made this is very talented and has spent years working on this. It is not for profit. This is free. It's a fan game. And I'm gonna check it out. This is with love to a series that we haven't seen a whole lot of love for. Return of Samus. So what does ASMR have to do with Metroid? I'm gonna do normal. And if I find it too easy, maybe I'll switch at some point. Metroids. Numerous incidents in the past have brought to light the highly destructive power of these life forms, spreading fear across all known planetary systems. Hoping to secure peace in the galaxy, the Galactic Federation orders the extermination of the Metroid species. I was the best candidate for the job. There's even a fucking story here, it's amazing. Once again, I find myself standing alone against the Metroid menace. What horrors await me within the depths of their homeworld? Short and sweet, to the point. Welcome to SR388. Now this does for Metroid 2 what Zero Mission did for Metroid 1. And I played the demo of this a while back, but I never, Oh, Morph Ball is R? That's interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna get used to the controls a little bit. Okay. Alright, pretty good, pretty solid. Feels like Zero Mission. From what I understand, this feels more like Zero Mission than Super Metroid, but it has a lot of Super Metroid elements. I have missiles. How do I use those? Oh. This is on PC, yes. You can check this out. Just type Metroid 2 Remake in Google and you will find it, everyone. So Metroid 2 is another game that I didn't talk about it a few minutes ago, but it's a game I spent a lot of time in. It was a very difficult game for me to figure out when I was a kid, and I didn't beat it for a very long time because, again, no map, a lot of really obscure puzzles, just like, it was hard. It was a difficult game, frustrating at some points, but I eventually did beat it, and it was cool. But again, it's not one of the most revered entries in the series, but I still think Metroid 2 has a lot of merit. And, it's just not aged well in the same way, in a similar way to how, Metroid 1 feels a little dated. But again, this is, you know, fan-made just because of the pure love for this series. And it is the 30th anniversary, and it's perfect timing for this to come out. And I hope it's good. Apparently this is a disclaimer here. They said that it's not the definitive version, it's just the first version that's complete. So there might be some glitches, there might be some moments that aren't amazing, but I guess we'll find out. Did I ever play Axiom Verge? I streamed all of Axiom Verge, actually. I loved Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge is actually 40% off today. So yeah, if anyone here is looking for a great game that is almost as good as any Metroid game, Axiom Verge will do it for you. It's great. And all of my playthrough is on full sauce, actually. Oh, hey, Fred. The music is a bit loud, really? Is it? Do you want me to... lower it a little bit. Yeah, this music is great. It's cool to hear this remix too. They did a good job with it. Everything is feeling really professional so far, and I'm very happy that this is finally out. I purposefully did not play the other demos along its development cycle because I didn't want to spoil the game for myself. Even though I played Metroid 2, I know there's a lot of surprises in this. How you guys doing on lava? You need more lava? In Game Boy Metroid 2, it just looked like acid. Alright. So this is... it's a form of Metroid. It's like kind of Bab Metroid. That was a lot harder in the Game Boy version because of the aiming and just poop. But yeah, your mission in this game is very simple. Just exterminate. Someone in chat just said, I heard Prime was cock. What was the one everyone hated? What? What do you mean it was cock? What does that mean? Is that good or bad? Prime is great. So this is new, a lot of the menu stuff. Well, most of the menu stuff. Look at this, there's even, like, logs and shit. They really put a lot of love into this game, holy fuck. The rescue team. Search and Rescue Team is an elite combat group consisting of heavily armed soldiers. Their mission, locate and extract any surviving personnel from the missing research team. Group reported finding a specialized energy sensor at a campsite of the missing team. Its data confirmed the Federation's suspicions. Metroid still thrived within the planet. These findings were sent to HQ to be analyzed. While the group continued their search for survivors, contact was soon lost with them as well. The data sent to HQ revealed an approximate number of Metroids remaining on SR-388 and was ultimately used to develop a scan module for your power suit. This allows the detection of nearby energy readings unique to the species. Wow. There's the map. Settings. Got a few options in here. You can even get control options too. Toggle, classic morph ball. Just morph. Oh yeah, in this they have an instant morph ball mode. Spider ball, auto climb. You know what? I'm just gonna stick with the aiming style. One button. Hold up or down while aiming to choose a direction. Aim diagonally using two separate. Well, I'm just gonna stick with the defaults. I'm assuming that the developers know best. So, and it feels pretty good already, so no complaints. Music is fantastic. Really good remix. Not too over the top. Sounds a bit Metroid Prime-y, but also just right. Also, look at that Metroid, the Morph Ball trail. Such graphics. Come hell or high water, I am finishing this game. If you know what I'm saying. Every now and then I'm gonna pause and read some more of that lore. Find out about the planet. I know, pause for lore is back, everyone. I don't mind the trail. Someone in chat was like, it doesn't look that great. It's too much. It doesn't bother me too much. Well, Metroid 2 was very fast-paced compared to Super Metroid. Super Metroid, rather, was a game that started you off with, like, a sense of mystery. Like, well, what's going on here? The planet is dead. You kind of slowly get down to the core, and then it activates, and all that cool stuff happens. But Metroid 2 was always about just biting ass, which is my new term for killing Metroids. Just biting ass immediately. So, it was the real Samus bounty hunting. Also, if you want to see a good playthrough of, if you want to see a good playthrough of Metroid 2, not all of it, but like edited, James and Mike Monday. James and Mike did a pretty good playthrough, and were like fair about it. They discussed their frustrations, but also their, you know, what they liked about it, and it's a really, really cool video if you want to get a recap of what Metroid 2 originally looked like. Oh, fuck. Whoops. Will I be streaming later today? Maybe. This might be the only stream for the day, I'm not sure yet. 4 Metroids detected in the area, okay. What's these fellas? So you'll notice too, there's wait a minute. Are those just Samus helmets? What the fuck? Why are there life forms on this planet that mimic Samus helmet? Also, you know about that Twitch cheering thing? I was thinking about giving it a shot. I've been told by a number of people that it's not too intrusive, and you can set a limit for the smallest amount. And, obviously it doesn't show up on my screen. Problem is, if you agree to allowing cheering on your channel, I found out there's no off button. So if I don't like it, I can't turn it off. Pretty cool, huh? Why is that a thing? Why can't I turn- if I don't like it, why can't I turn it off? Yeah, there's no going back. Yeah, I seriously considered it because it was like, well, it doesn't show up on my screen, I don't have to acknowledge it, and we can control how much spam shows up. And, it's a way for people to support without having to break the bank. Or go out of their way. But then, you know, my whole predilection, is that the correct word, on me even giving it a shot was the fact that if I didn't like it, I could get rid of it. So now I'm having some severe doubts. But, yeah. I'll just be the, I'll just be the martyr, as always. Hang on a sec. Sorry. It's pretty cool music. I think about 3 years ago, I streamed this and I got like this far in the old demo of this. And I remember this music being badass. Vinesauce, why not use plain old Twitch donations? I don't want donations appearing on my screen when I play. And I also don't want people wasting their money. I figured cheering was at least a little bit less intrusive, and I figure if people are already on board the cheering train, why not give it a shot? But I'm still not sure. I'm not sure. It's just, it's not for me right now. Maybe if Twitch is like, oh, you can disable this if you don't like it, then maybe I'll give it a shot, but right now I'm not sure if I'm liking the idea of it. Yeah. It is intrusive to the chat, according to one chat member. So, but I mean, look at the emotes. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Oh, they made bomb jumping really easy. Suddenly chat is Kappa. Until Twitch implements a booing mechanic, I'm not having anything to do with it. Well, someone else is saying donations are fine. Keep in mind, everyone has a different opinion on what they'd like to see and what they want from a streamer. And even within my streams, people want me to be wacky, they want me to be loud, they want me to do voices. And then there's another half of the audience that would rather eat a shit-flavored lead pencil than hear me do a wacky voice. So, you gotta keep in mind, everyone wants something different. And at the moment, I know what I want. And I know what I don't want. Which is, I don't want notifications on my screen while I'm playing video games. And I don't want people wasting their money. You know, so cheering is kind of like on the cusp. What's this? Anyway, that's not something to worry about for now. Before anything happens, of course, you know, if anything happens, there will be a discourse about it. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Oh, you got your charity shirt. Yeah, the charity shirts came in for a lot of people. I got mine today. Also, what the fuck is this thing? So, I'm getting, like, you know, familiar vibes from the layout. It's more familiar than Zero Mission was in a lot of ways. But I also... there's some things that are new as well. Like, I remember this area. This is much easier to get now. That's just free missiles. But no, this is seriously amazing what they've done with the relatively low detail of Metroid 2 and how they were able to take that and actually make sprites out of it and make them look awesome. Zero Mission was a remake of Metroid 1, but it also it didn't stick to the Metroid 1. There's the spider ball. It didn't stick to the Metroid 1 map like a Bible. It took liberties. It added new areas, it added new features. In a lot of ways, it remixed areas entirely. So there's a lot of differences in Zero Mission. This feels much more faithful to the Metroid 2 layout, but I'm still seeing some surprises. Also, I was never a huge fan of the way Samus controlled in Metroid 2. It was rough. It was rough. You know, you get used to it, but it was fucking rough. Ooh, charge beam! Nice! Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped the music. I keep skipping the music, I won't do that again. Gotta hear the tune, bro. Love the noise and the gibs when you destroy these things. It's great. God, guys, I'm getting really happy playing this. I'm so happy right now. We have a new Metroid game, everyone. It's good. I can't believe that... Wait, how long was this in development for? Kind of shocked it wasn't, you know, put down like an old dog, so to speak. You know, gotta talk in code words, you know what I'm saying? No, really though. This was a 10-year development process? You're shitting me. People are saying 10 years, others are saying 7, couple, 8. But how the fuck are we getting so many varying answers here? Boyhood took 12 years to make. People are saying he started in 2006. again, that voice is actually Mr. Plinkett. So, other people saying it's, you know, someone else, it's not. That's Mr. Plinkett from Red Letter Media. Quote from the blog, by January of 2006, the project had the basics. Dear God, so over 10 years then. Anyway, this is one of the more unique elements of Metroid 2. Also one of the more annoying ones. But it was a necessary evil. It's the spider ball. It basically sticks you to a wall. I wonder if the Nintendo Twitter is at some point gonna say, hey Metroid, happy anniversary, we love you. I wonder if they're gonna do that. You know, because it is such a great series, and they shouldn't. They should just give it a pat on the back real quick and just say, hey, we appreciate you, Metroid, for being so great. Oh shit. Hey everyone, this is me, Bob Nintendo. I'd like to thank you for joining us on Metroid's 30th birthday, and we have some exciting news for you fans. We love Metroid as much as you do, and that's why, on the 30th anniversary, today, we will be protecting our intellectual property by giving a cease and desist to the Another Metroid 2 Remake project. We hope you have a great day. And remember to go fuck yourself while you're at it. Oh, fuck. I gotta go back up there. Is it rocks? I love rocks. It's a big bag of coal! Do I think Nintendo will make a new Metroid game? Yeah, eventually. I mean, they already are, technically. Talked about Federation Force a little earlier. But, will they make a proper Metroid game? Yeah, eventually they will. I don't know why it's so low on the priority list. Maybe it just doesn't sell as well, which is why Mario Party is up to now, what, 13, 14? Those things sell really well. Low cost, too, low effort. But they do take risks from time to time, and they do, you know, put a lot of resources into their main series. Which, I thought this was one of those main series games. So yeah, it'll happen. And I think if NX is successful, they'll definitely... It'll happen. And then Nintendo will also release Half-Life 3 and Ricochet 2! Someone in chat is defending Other M. Uh-oh. Attack like a white blood cell. Don't actually attack. Do no such thing. I said earlier, I don't hate Other M. I enjoyed my playthrough of it, for the most part. It just wasn't great. It was the story and the characters and various other missteps and, just a blatant misunderstanding of a lot of the material. And also, again, the limiting spaceship thing and the simplicity of the controls. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why I feel Other M wasn't a great Metroid game. But if it wasn't called Metroid, and it was just released on its own, it's not the worst game. It's okay. It's just I didn't love it. It's just not as exciting. I remember when I streamed it when it first came out, we had fun watching and also kind of making fun of it. But I also at times had a lot of fun playing it because it was... Team Ninja has a good way to implement like dodge mechanics, and they make you feel powerful when you play, when you get the mechanics of their game. I just feel like the game would have benefited a lot from using the classic controller and not a Wiimote sideways. I think there's a switch. All these missile tanks. Unpopular opinion, Super Metroid is the worst game in the series. Now, I didn't say it was my opinion, but it's an unpopular opinion. Can't deny that. So those are some of the new things that were not in Metroid 2. Shit like that. Someone in chat said, that's just like saying Zelda 2 wasn't the hardest Zelda ever. Is it? I guess it is, isn't it? It is not the most user-friendly game in existence. I would say for a Zelda game, yeah, it had a pretty high learning curve. It was a little difficult. The Great Palace, the very final dungeon, was a motherfucker and a half. So yeah, I agree, it is the hardest Zelda game, absolutely. But Zelda 2 is... I love it. That's my unpopular opinion. It's one of my favorites in the series. And, as you remember, some of you, my charity incentive, which was reached, was a Zelda 2 playthrough in one sitting, which could take a few hours. It's not gonna be a speed run. God knows it won't be a speed run. However, I feel like every time I play the game, I get better at it. So I might do pretty well. And, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to read. That's another game I can't wait to play. Every time I play it. Which is really bizarre, because I've beat that game and played it, like, over a dozen times. Well, I've played it fucking many hundreds of times, but I've completed it well over a dozen or so. But it's always a joy to return to, just like Super Metroid. Am I excited to sing Japanese songs in karaoke form? Nope. Nope. This music. This is wonderful. Mission briefing. Exterminate all Metroid organisms on planet SR-388. Secondary objective. Locate and bring assistance to the Galactic Federation research and rescue teams. That's new. Planet SR-388. Let's find out about it. Planetary designation SR-388, a remote planet absent on most galactic charts. Federation research indicates it is the natural homeworld of the Metroid species. Its outer crust is hollowed out with massive cave systems, which are home to an ecosystem that is yet to be fully studied. The first expedition to SR-388 revealed the existence of Chozo ruins. The massive cave system is located between two tectonic plates largely flooded by an extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma. The recent earthquake has altered the cave layout, and the hazardous substance has drained to lower levels. That was the main gameplay mechanic for exploration in Metroid 2 originally, which was when you defeated a certain amount of Metroids, the acid would lower, and you could progress further. So it was less about the items you had, more about killing Troids. Even though it was both of those, actually. The cause of the earthquake is unknown. Initial orbital scan of SR-388 detected no instability within this region. There was no charge beam in Metroid 2, which meant missiles were extremely important, really valuable. Conservation was a must. And for fights like this... See, I don't even think I can use a charge beam for this. No, I can't. It's just missiles. Alright, let me stop being a trash baby and actually try to kill this thing. Always gotta check for secrets. I don't remember all of the secrets. I don't remember all of the hidden walls. I remember some of them, but I'm wondering if this game has new secrets as well. We're Troid hunting. On the History Channel, Troid Hunters. That's a squelch. That's definitely a squelch. I saw the footprints. I know it's a squelch. I saw the squelch in the forest. Yep. Oh, that's definitely a squelch. And then at the end of the episode, well, that was an American black bear. But I feel like we're definitely getting closer to the squelch. We get there. We'll get there. Only on. Is that actually on the History Channel? Squatch Hunters? Tell me it's not. Because I don't actually know what channel it's on. Oh, is it really on the History Channel? The History Channel. Remember when the History Channel was just history and then it became the Nazi Channel? All World War II, all the time. Then it became the UFO channel. Clearly, it must be aliens. Then it became Monster Quest and Squelch Hunter. Now it's just the mythological channel. It's on Animal Planet. Oh. It's probably on that too, isn't it? And I like alien stuff. I enjoy the alien programming, but why is it on the History Channel? Well, you know what? It's more of a guilty pleasure because the alien shows that are on the History Channel and like sci-fi, it is, let's face it, it is trash, like schlock TV. It's good to fall asleep to, but it's like, isn't there a better channel for this shit? For a while, I actually did watch Ghost Hunters. There was a cool Lighthouse episode that I enjoyed. And there's a number of of some interesting episodes, but it was mostly how South Park parodied it. It's like, oh, I heard a noise. They're not even Southern. Did you hear something? Shh. Oh, this is new. Oh! Chozo tests or what?
Get my aiming directly up game a little bit better, because when you move and you aim up, it just goes diagonal. Exploding into treats. That's a new secret, I think. Also, bomb jumping in this game, beautiful. A little too easy, but beautiful. Even going into morph ball mode is just a joy, because it's like you can just press the button midair. It's great. In the options, there's an option for dead zone, which helps you with aiming. No shit. There's a lot of fucking stuff in this, isn't there? Joypad settings. Dead zone. Oh, I'm not using an analog for this. So let's see. Maybe this will be cool, though. I'll give it a shot anyway. Super missiles. Yeah, I'm just using the D-pad, because the Xbox One Mini controller has a pretty fucking solid D-pad. For everyone who keeps asking where to find this, literally just type in Google Metroid 2 Remake. That's all you have to do. You will get everything you need. Hey, Mike has the Xbox One Mini as well. Just saying. And also, it was cheaper. And it's wired. I specifically bought it because it was wired. I don't want to deal with no extra cables. I don't want to deal with fucking non-wired PC controllers anymore, because I had them for years and they treated me like shit, and people were like, Vinny's just bad at video games, he keeps blaming the controller. Now I don't have to blame the controller anymore. Now it's my fault if I suck. It's liberating. Is this a plug for Xbox? No, not really. I never used a PS4 or 3 controller on my PC, so I don't know how those work. They might work well, just as well, if not better. I just, this mini controller was a good price, and I like it a lot, actually. Hasn't done me dirty yet. Got it. Jape cubes. Someone in chat just called them Jape cubes. From now on, they are now Jape cubes. Thank you. Thank you for adding another excellent phrase to my vocabulary. I definitely was, you know, that's something I could have probably come back for with a better item. Or an item that was actually meant to get me up there. But the bomb jumping, that worked too. That's a double, you know what? You just combined two memes, yeah, with the Jape Cube. That's good. Very nicely done. It's the ultimate. Now, if we could just get Mosaic of Jape Cube coined, man, the world will come to an end. Or a brand new start. This isn't happening yet. Thank you, Slidius. Appreciate that. We're actually kind of almost at enough subs for new emotes. We kind of like evened out for a while, but it's getting pretty close, or closer than it was. So we could further disrupt the chat with more emote spam. Future of Twitch, cheer motes. Hydro station. The massive facility at the center of this reservoir filters and pumps water through enormous pipelines. These pipes come out of the complex and disappear into the surrounding rocks, presumably to supply other buildings further down the cave system with clean water. Though abandoned, most of it remains functional. Robotic activity is detected inside. Who built this shit? This isn't Federation technology, this is Chozo technology? If you hold down while deploying a charge bomb, it will drop the bombs in a straight line up. That's cool. Every now and then my controller gives a little rumble for no reason. Which I believe is... This has been happening for a while, I'm pretty sure it's broken. It gets worse in other games, I mean, you've heard it. Remember when I played the skeleton video? Just fucking rumbling on its own, for no reason. Cool times. It's good. It's good controller. Alright, you know what? Forget everything I said about this fucking controller, it sucks. Actually, there is a bit of a problem. For one, the RB, the R bumper, no longer presses. It's just, like, the spring mechanism broke, and you have to, like, press it in. It will still detect the button press, but not... You don't get the feedback. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, that's cool. I don't really have this. Look at this, guys. There's, like, strafe shooting. Or, like, backward shooting. Oh, this motherfucker. I can't be doing this now.
You don't feel like you're actually pressing the button correct. That's, yeah, it's just through years of use, I guess, but also the rumble is bizarre, and I don't understand why that's fucked up. So there are some problems with this controller. It's not perfect, but it is far and away the best PC controller I've ever used. Despite the problems. That's how bad my PC controller history has been. It's the Xbox One Mini. Who's Lieutenant Shadow and Chicken. That's which one I'm using. The Ouya control. Remember the Steam controller? I was just talking in Counter-Strike with someone about the Steam controller. Trying to play Counter-Strike with the Steam controller was like trying to finger a walrus with a rake. It was just sloppy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not a Chozo. Shit, there's a lot of bosses in this game now. I cannot kill. Guys, something's wrong with this fight. I think it's glitched. Oh wait, no it's not. Oh shit, that's good. I'm dead. It's alright, let me just try. I get what I have to do now. I tried bombing him a few times, it wasn't working. It didn't look like it was working, but now I get it. That's actually really cool. You like how my initial instinct was it's glitching? My most recent Counter-Strike session involved many accusations of hacking and of sending too many packets. It's like, dude, you stop sending packets. Seriously. Alright? Stop. Just so many packets, bro. It's amazing how many Counter-Strike players will get destroyed, and then immediately the first thing that they go to is the possibility of hacking. Oh, this fight is awesome. It's really well designed. Wow, and it's hard too. Blazing Blur says, is this boss exactly like the original game? This boss wasn't in the original game. There are new additions. That boss actually looks like, it reminds me of Sir Crawley from Chrono Trigger. It is exceedingly hard to dodge some of these attacks. just gotta press the morph ball button. That's something I'm not doing. There's actually a dedicated button for morph balling now. If you missed my earlier portion of the stream. That will help me dodge. Still doing kind of assy with the dodging, huh? There we go. I skipped it again. My impatience has killed yet another good moment. Nah, it's actually just the same song that we've heard for years, so... So another item that I don't believe, I'm pretty sure Spring Ball made its first appearance in Super Metroid. So, again, not an overly necessary item, but that seemed like a kind of a cool optional boss fight. If that was optional, and I'm pretty sure it was, that was fucking awesome. That was a really well-designed boss fight. I'm actually forgetting that this is a fan game. Spring Ball was in Metroid 2. Oh god. I fucked it up. Damn. Facts are wrong. The boss and power-up were in the original. What? Really? Alright, hang on a second. Did I never fight that boss in Metroid 2? Hang on. Hey. Wait a second. Oh my god. Check this out. How did I forget this? Oh, it was the illegal pot needles from when I was in my early 20s, I think. Had to have been. Either that, or I just never fought this boss, because I do not remember this at all. It's entirely possible that I missed this. Alright, well, I mean... that's a pretty different looking fight than the one I just did. Not for nothing. Yeah, that's... one could say that that is a pretty different fight. Alright, well, there you go. I've been corrected. Oh shit, listen to the music. The bass line. It's fucking Brinstar. I love this. It's time for Teletubby. Why is someone in chat just said it's time for Teletubbies? What? No, it's never time for Teletubbies. Someone said, please put a link to this on here. Google Metroid 2 Remake. That's all you have to do. It's really that simple. Wall jumping. Now that definitely wasn't in Metroid 2, right? So now I'm questioning myself. Now every bit of me is not sure. Also, I guess I should throw this fact out there as well. I haven't played Metroid 2 in about 15 or more years. Look at it. It has a dodge feature now. This little scum. Because you could stun lock them with missiles. Not this one. This one's smart. They're gonna get smarter, aren't they? Yeah, I agree, Cylon, or Scion rather, Cylon. Metroid 2 was not all that amazing even when it came out compared to the later entries in the series. And it aged fairly poorly. It's not my favorite of the series by any means. I have nostalgia for it, and I know some people really love it, but it's just okay for me. This, however, is elevating it to a completely different level. What the fuck is this? Is this a VHS? Is someone rewinding a VHS? Ooh, wave beam. I wonder if I can mix and match. Yep, you can turn off just like in Super Metroid, which I loved and really appreciated. I was always kind of miffed that in the future, many of the future entries in the series, you were just, when you had the upgrade, that was it, you're upgraded. No getting rid of it. In a second. Something's kind of weird here. Don't know if this is gonna do. I'm using the D-pad. I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but I find myself trying to do stuff and I'm getting out of morph ball mode very easily. This wave beam reminds me a lot of Axiom Verge, which in turn reminds me of Metroid. Please be kind. Rewind. Guys, do you think hipsters are gonna make VHS a thing again? We've already seen a resurgence in vinyl, which vinyl are cool. I like vinyl. But then there's a resurgence in, like, cassettes for music. So do you think at some point we're gonna come full circle and people are gonna start manufacturing VCRs and VHS again just for the nostalgia of it? Please no. That's all I'm gonna say, please no. This does not need to happen. But you know someone is gonna be, oh, DVD is just too pure. You know, I want the physical iteration. High jump. cassettes are a quirky collectible. Yeah, I had a, I got a few indie boxes that, I only got 2 of them, but one of them came with a cassette. It was a game that was like, 80s themed, kind of. Well, it was 80s themed. It was like, the joke was that the game was made in the 80s or something like that. And, the soundtrack came on a cassette. And I'll never listen to that soundtrack in that form. But it was a nice little, it was a nice bonus. I mean, it looks cool, and it's like, it was weird holding a brand new tape. I actually still have my, talking about cassettes, I have a fairly intimate relationship with cassettes. Not in the way you're thinking, silly. But I've, for years, while I was recording little pieces of music and writing songs, I would have this little Sony recorder that sounded like garbage, but it was portable, had good battery life, and it, you know, did the job. So for years, I was recording onto tape until maybe like 2011. That's how long it took me to get out of the fucking Stone Ages. And I have a shoebox, a Converse shoebox, that is full. The entire length of this shoebox is filled with cassettes. And here's a piece of trivia for anyone who cares. Ghost Page, I had forgotten about for years, but that riff was actually found on one of these cassettes while I was transferring it to my computer. And then we reworked it. But that initial riff was, yeah, that was on one of my tapes, and it sounded like ever-loving horseshit. Now I use my phone for ideas, and I have a Tascam as well, but that's more for like if I want something that, like, decent quality, like if I want to hear like the nuance. The nuance. Oh my! So yeah, I still have to fucking deal with cassettes, and they kind of suck. But they get the job done for a while. I'm hip. Vinny, are you one of those people who records memes to himself with your phone? Oh, memos! Yeah, memes, yes. Memes, yes. Memos, no. I concoct the newest and the freshest mixtapes full of memes. And what I do is I then I spend the next 3 days trying to work them into my conversation naturally, so it seems like I didn't plan them ahead of time. Now you know the secret. It's all carefully scripted. In fact, every moment I'm not streaming, I'm scripting all of this. Also, none of you are real, you're all view bots. All of you. All of you. You may think you're real, but fucking this is Blade Runner, trust me. Do view bots dream of electric sheep? Does Big Boss shitpost? Is it okay to fuck a stranger in the Alps? Asking the real questions. Also, has anyone seen Eric Andre's first episode of the new season? It's amazing. His first guest, T.I., like, walked out because an intern showed up with his cock out. What kind of fucking talk show can you say that? Alright, does anyone know how to get this? Anyone who's played this already?
course someone in chat has to go, Tim and Eric is better than Eric Andre. A number of people. I didn't ask for a compare. I'm not saying one's better. Tim and Eric are currently, you know, are they doing a show still? I'm not even sure. Why is it that whenever someone brings up one thing, another person or another 10 people have to compare that one thing? Start of the room? Oh. There you go. Who would have thought that blowing up the same spots over and over and over again wouldn't have the similar... wouldn't have the same result? What's that? Oh, you like that show? Rick and Morty? I like that show too. That's also a cool show. It may not be my favorite show. However, I do enjoy it. My favorite show happens to be Futurama. But most people just end up, instead of typing all that, just Futurama, Arrow, Rick and Morty. It's just easier, I guess. God damn it, people. Stop being so lazy. Why can't people be civil like that? Because it takes more effort to type all that. That's my theory. Yo, what the fuck is this device? Oh, that's awesome. That was really cool. Have I seen BoJack Horseman? No, human male, I'm not talking specifically about Twitch chat. Twitch chat is just crazy. There's no law and order because it's just there's so many people and people get lost and they just say whatever. I'm talking generally, just anywhere on the internet. Anyway, have I seen BoJack Horseman? No. I saw the first episode and I have not continued watching it, and that was like last year. However, I heard the season was good, and I've got some good recommendations about it, and I plan on watching the whole series. When? I don't know, but soon, because I've heard very good things. So, I'll check it out. Going in the water, chaps. Have I watched Stranger Things yet? I get that question a lot. Still watching it. Oh, cool. Oh, this is all new and awesome. This is so fucking awesome. This is more than just a love of the game. This is a love for making games. It shows. Yeah, I'm halfway through, or a little over halfway through. I think I've got like 2 episodes left of Stranger Things, and it's been really good. I kind of got sidetracked. I get sidetracked. I go down YouTube K-holes every now and then, and like I was watching a bunch of Eric Andre interviews because he's just insane. And then I watched another Brian Wilson documentary because apparently there's like 30,000 of them. And so my Stranger Things has been delayed a little bit, but I'm gonna finish that shit soon. Have I watched Nut Shack yet? That sounds like a fake show. Bird up. Hello 8-bit people, whoever you are, welcome to the stream. I will do my due diligence and research and find out who 8-bit is, but thank you for the host, and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoyed Metroid.
Nut Shack is very much real. What a great name for a show. Now I'm just trying to figure out in my head what the fuck this show could be. What the hell? This Chozo statue was a jape. Oh shit, it's an item storage room. This is where they keep all the items. And then like a single dude goes to the statues and puts the items in the statue's arms. There it is. Here's a good piece of trivia. Does anyone here know the original name of the Varia suit? Oh, that looks pretty cool, actually. That's a nice looking Varia suit. That's right, it's the barrier suit. I think it was a translation error that it got. The English version had barrier translated to Varia. But yeah. Also, look at the morph ball. The morph ball looks cool too. Not only does it look cool, but instead of a yellow trail, now it's green. I don't know if you know this, but I kind of like the color green a lot. Yeah, the Varia suit does sound a little cooler because it's kind of mysterious. And it's like, oh, what is this ancient Varia technology? Also works as temperature variation suit. Oh, good observation. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, if you're new to the stream, I'd like to welcome you. This is the Super Metroid 2 remake that just came out today. Today being the 30th anniversary of the Metroid series, and of course, it took a fan to make our dreams come true, and to give us a new Metroid game that is not only really good, but it's based off of a previous Metroid, and it takes all the best elements from that and mashes them with the best elements from Super Metroid and Metroid Zero Mission. It's fucking badass, and you can find it, I'll tell you one more time, you can find it just by googling Metroid 2 Remake. And you should have no problem getting it. Free. It's totally free. It is... legally, they are not allowed to sell this. So it is free. How long until C and D? Oh, by the end of the day, of course. Like I said before, hello Metroid fans, it is us, Nintendo. We'd like to thank you for joining us on the 30th anniversary of the Metroid franchise. Today we're going to give you everything you've ever wanted by protecting our intellectual property and taking Metroid 2 Remake off the internet. Have a great day, go fuck yourself. Something like that. Then Reginald will be the first to announce that they have no plans to bring a Samus game into the market anytime soon, but instead they'll be focusing on the Chibi Federation units, one of whose name is, Randon. Minus the B, because it's space. You gotta make it sound weird. From Bopulus Randon. You know what? Fuck it. His name is Raiden. And you get to see Samus from a distance fight the Metroids while you struggle in your power suit and argue with your girlfriend. Breeding grounds. This area spans a custom-built ecosystem that favors the growth of Metroids. The terrain itself is dangerous. Tendrils growing- that's a good word. Growing along the ground release extremely corrosive chemicals. Opportunistic predators and scavengers can recognize this as an ideal feeding ground, taking advantage of injured or dead animals. The presence of at least one Metroid is expected when venturing into these habitats. The tendrils are determined to be of artificial origin, synthesized through technologically advanced methods. They absorb nutrients from dead matter. It's good lore. Good data, good lore. Whoa. Olay. So how about you guys? What's your favorite Metroid game, since we're celebrating the 30th anniversary? I think most answers are going to vary between Prime and Super Metroid, but I know a lot of people like Super Metroid Fusion better, which that was a cool game, but probably not as good as Super Metroid for me. Prime, Super, yeah, it's exactly that. Prime 3, someone said in chat. Oh. Prime 3 was good. I liked it. Fusion, a lot of Fusion. Yeah, so Super, Prime 1, and Fusion. Dude, Fusion was great. I would say I like Fusion better than the other two Prime games, but only by a little bit. I actually really liked Prime 2 and 3. 3, a little bit better, because 2 was just, like, 2 crushed your nutsack to the fucking wall. That was not an easy game to complete. I like this dark remix of the Brinstar theme. By the way, this one is a little different. Which one's this? Gamma? Beta? Alpha? I don't know. I don't know the names. I don't know, but it's got fucking legs. It's weird. It's playing itself, guys. It's playing itself. This is still an alpha, but it's just got legs. Well, this does barely any damage to me, so I don't really feel too bad about fucking around. Doesn't look like there's any secrets around here. Will I stream any of the Borderlands games? Nah. I streamed Borderlands 2 a few times when it came out. It's a lot of repetition. I don't like any of that. Fuck that. It looks like a spider. I fucking hate spiders. Gamma Metroid. Metroids at this stage can now transfer negative charges from its nervous system into the horns, releasing electrical arcs capable of disrupting weapon fire. The membrane containing its nucleus remains vulnerable, but the Gamma Metroid's exoskeleton has expanded for additional protection. Although its legs have reached their maximum length, they are unsuitable for locomotion. Sorry, I was in California for a minute there. Instead, they can serve to capture prey and drain their energy. Locomotion? Yo, it's me. We're gonna talk about locomotion. At no point does Sonic ever sound like that, but for some reason, it just sounds like the way he would say the word locomotion.
how many Troids we got left? We got one Troid. Alright, we're Troid hunting. Hey, Jimber. Not Jimbo, Jimber. On Troid Hunters on the Discovery Channel. I'm sorry, History Channel. Hey, Jimber, it's me. It's Cleve. I found another Troid. Get the hunting rifle. Okay, there's the next earthquake, which reveals more of the level, or of the world, I should say. Also, look at this, it's a map, guys. It's actually a built-in map from Metroid 2. It feels weird. It feels really weird. It's a good weird, though. You just kind of had to remember where you were going at all times in Metroid 2. But then we have this lovely map. Bit weird, monkey fellow. Carl, you're talking shit. Last night I was talking about the world's first head transplant, which is taking place in Russia. I'm fascinated by this story. I can't stop thinking about it. Well, alright. When I say can't stop, I mean I think about it like twice a day. So that's not too bad, but it's, we were talking about it on the podcast, the Two on the Vine podcast. With me and KY, check it out, sponsored by Krelm. It is so fucking weird to think that... First of all, I'm almost positive the Nazis have experimented with such a thing. At some point. It seems inconceivable that they haven't. But now it's actually happening in Russia. And, again, it sounds like... The reason I say that, it sounds like a story that Carl Pilkington made up. It doesn't sound like a real human being story. Carl, you talking shit? I have a question. The circles mean there's still something in the room, correct? So that means there's something in here. There you go. There's something down there, but I have to go back down there anyway at some point. Because I have to figure out what to do with that Chozo portrait. So, otherwise it looks like I'm pretty much done with most of this area. Yeah, I heard about the dog head transfer. That worked for some time. And there was also, like I said, the monkey, which it's like perfectly monkey news for Carl, where they transferred a monkey head to a different monkey body. Was it a monkey? You know what? It might have been a rat. Or a chicken. Oh god, no, that's Mike the Headless Chicken. I'm getting all of my stories confused, but I think it was a monkey, and it lived for a little while, then it stopped breathing. It's so fucking bizarre. I think that's why the Metal Gear Solid 4 plotline from last night
spoilers if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 4 and you don't want to have it spoiled. 3, 2, 1. Where Big Boss's body is still kind of alive, and it's hooked up to... like, he's just a burned, like, charred corpse. And it's not even all of the corpse, it's just like a head with some of the eye, and it's somehow kept on like a fucked up looking respirator. And he's able to shitpost on the internet from his chamber. Like, that was genuinely a really fucking creepy thought, and I loved it. The dog was head only, no transfer. Oh, okay. No transfer. So I think it was like they grafted a dog head onto another alive dog's body. So it had two heads for a little bit. What could go wrong? Spoilers have ended. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you think he wanted to be fucking kept alive like that? And like I said, I really want to like do some research into the lore. Like, what is Kojima thinking? Like, is he conscious of his existence? Or is he functioning much like a computer? Because that's a theme in Metal Gear Solid. Like, someone's body being replaced mostly, but like the consciousness or the brain is still kind of giving signals, and like memories are still kind of there, but not. I think that was like Gray Fox had a pretty big moment like that. That kind of blew me away when I was young, when I played the original Metal Gear Solid. Then there was Peace Walker, had a huge part of that with the boss's AI. I think there was the Patriot stuff and Metal Gear Solid 2. It's like Kojima likes to explore these fucked up thoughts about consciousness and what is capable of, you know, eternal life. Like, how do we achieve eternal life, and do we do it through computers or by keeping a charred corpse alive? Really scary. It's like when Anakin Skywalker became dark vapor. In my view, gyro. Did I get the secret ending in Peace Walker? Oh god, did I? I know some of you will remember better than I do. I think I did, I'm pretty sure. If I didn't, then I looked it up. Like, directly preceding the ending. I did, yeah. Memory shit. I stream a lot of games. I get a lot of secret endings. I miss a lot of secret endings. I just want to know what kind of life forms evolve to have, like, little jets. Is the jet fuel part of their evolution? Is it their blood? Like, they have little jets attached to their feet. Oh, it's the sand area. Hey guys, I hate sand. Evolution of these creatures, I think, includes them having a helicopter. Like, this is a very strange planet, and you know what? I'm all for alien life forms evolving like helicopter shit. It's at least different, you know, and then you watch Star Trek and it's just, you have fucked up forehead alien, or a fish. Or a monster. Or a monster. I did miss. Oh, I thought that was the way to go, actually. Just a missile down here. Dog with a horn glued to its head. Excellent aliens. No, I like fucked up looking aliens, but I also don't mind the humanoid aliens by any means. Like that one episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where the girl from the pleasure planet that gives the game to Riker. Maybe she's not a pleasure planet. I think she might be like a pleasure lady, if you know what I mean. But her forehead is, and I'm not kidding, it's just a vagina on her forehead. And she's like, the episode starts with her banging Riker. And her forehead is a vagina. So I mean, you can't really get more on the nose than that, can you? She's an operative, but she uses her sex to screw up Riker and the rest of the Enterprise. Like that's some- first of all, it was so blatantly a vagina that I'm surprised they got away with it, because that episode's like from the early 90s. Oh, here we go. Torizo. Analysis of the Sentinel shows evidence of unknown organic tissue. Most of it's concentrated in the torso region. Torizo's, sounds like a pizza place, armor plating is light enough to give it great mobility but also leaves it vulnerable to standard weapons. According to Chozo history records, the construction of such advanced types of sentries was performed exclusively by the most gifted. Created with biological matter and mechanical components, this makes it difficult to reliably calculate its combat abilities. Fuck this thing. This is where walking backwards, man, is fucking great. I also like that normal shots can affect this boss and some of the other bosses in the game. It just makes life so much easier if you run out of missiles. Oh, we ain't done yet. Holy shit. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, this is intense. This is great. Oh, spikes. Didn't I fight this boss just last night? In Metal Gear Solid 4? I'm sorry, I didn't do non-lethal, chat. I apologize. We could've got a cool Animu cutscene if I did non-lethal. God damn it. awesome is that, guys? How fucking cool is that? Lots of exploration happening. See, now I can actually cover more of the map that I couldn't before, too. Like... It feels really soon to get this item, though. 1 hour and 19 minutes in. That requires probably a super missile, which were not in Metroid 2 originally. But... chances are we're gonna see them pretty soon. If my calculations are correct. Duck scientist. Oh no, 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 not you again. I'm going for the cheap out, guys. Oh fuck, I got cheaped out. Oh man, all that damage got reset? Yeah, he cheaped me out. He zoned me. So, are these robots, or...? Wow. That is a creative robot design. Just fucking barbells. Flying paddles. I missed an item in the room before the pedestal. Oh, I missed a few items. I'll get them on the way back. Chicken nugget boxes, said a valued member of the Vinesauce chat. Chicken nugget boxes. Flying chicken nugget boxes, that's beautiful. Again, the evolution on this planet, plus the Chozo robots. Just fucking quality designs. Speed booster already. I kinda am going through the game pretty quickly. I don't know if this is like a normal pace for most players, but it feels like, you know, speed boosts and look how many upgrades I already have. Metroid 2 wasn't an overly, like, huge game, but what made it seem long was the getting lost factor, and also the pace was a lot slower, like movement speed. The spider ball segments took a long ass time, but generally it was not, by any means, like a massive game. Same for Metroid 1. If you knew exactly what you're doing in Metroid 1, it wasn't as long as it seemed. But of course, you know, for years, that game was... Well, this is interesting. This is the first time I've seen a treadmill in a Metroid game, I think. Maybe in the 3D ones there were treadmills for this, but I don't remember. It seems like an obvious puzzle, actually, now that I'm seeing it. But, yeah, getting lost in the NES games, not knowing where to go, that was half of why the games felt so much longer when we were kids. And our babu brains were mush, so we were unable to fully process all of the things, so it took a while. Babu brains were soft and mush-like. Thank God for that rock. What the fuck are these things? Look at this weird tech. It's like pieces of it are coming off, but it still lives. Oh, I remember these. Will I ever stream Crisis Core? Yeah, I kind of want to, actually. I kind of want to. How well does that work on the computer? Is that, work well on the computer? Wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more, say no more! Really good, works fine. You guys are selling me on this stream idea. Just saying. It worked well for Cryotic. Alright. It's good to know. When will you stream Half-Life Invasion? I love how he phrases the question. As if it was a definite. I don't even know what that is, actually. Sorry. I'll take a look at it, but I don't think I know what that is. Vinny, when will you stream Leisure Shoot Larry Shirish? Can't wait to see Vinny lose his shit over Crisis Core's bullshit. I already beat Crisis Core like 7 years ago. I think it was 7 years ago now. Yeah, 7 years ago about. So I actually kind of remember a little bit of it. I liked it. I had a good time with it. What happened to streaming Quake? I got overwhelmed by the amount of choices. It was never really going to be a full stream either. I think it was Quake, the idea was for me to stream like some of it, maybe even some multiplayer, but it turns out there's like 50 different ways to play the game. can go for the HD versions, like the HD-ish textures. You can go for the classic experience, the multiplayer experience. There's a lot of different choices, so I'm not really sure. I got a little lazy. Am I gonna stream Federation Force? Federation Boys, yeah, I'm gonna stream that. Probably. I might just stream it just to be a dick. I kinda feel like I will end up enjoying it. So, I might give it a shot and just stream it just for the fuck of it. Have I played Cave Story? Yeah, I was almost gonna stream that fairly recently, but I kinda decided against it because the 3D version wasn't that good. But, yeah, I played it. I've played and completed that game like 3 times. Just about. Cave Story is good. Will I be doing Super Mario RPG? Well, I guess I kinda opened myself up to this because I started answering the questions. So yeah, I'll definitely be streaming Mario RPG this year. And Earthbound will also happen sometime around the end of the year. Okay, as for any other future streams, I'm not entirely sure yet, so I'm mainly focused on this Metroid rather, and also Metal Gear Solid 4. So that is the foreseeable future. What happens after that stays in Vegas, I guess. I don't know. Oh fuck. I don't like being down here. This is bad. This is bad. I fucked up. I'm still fucking up. Dude. Persistent scumbags. Look at these things. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, in this environment, really? Oof. Oh man. Running. They take a lot of hits, so I'm just running. So the challenge level is kind of ramping up nicely. The really expertly done pacing and difficulty spike. Oh my god. Look at this fucking fucked up torture machinery. It's making chicken nuggets so that the flying boxes can deliver them. No shit. Guys, I'm a robot. I found super missiles. This is so fucking cool! Holy shit! I may have just blown myself up, however. So the longer you hold the button, the bigger the jump. Oh, this is so fucking cool. Really, they did a fucking amazing job with this. Yeah, and again, this was not in the original. I think that's fairly obvious. The original did not have this level of inventiveness. And it was on the Game Boy, or the original Game Boy, and it was an early-ish Game Boy release, too. Ow. That sucked. I think that's pretty much what I needed to do anyway, so I'm good. Hey, can I get... I thought the little robot was gonna deliver super missiles to me so I could use them. But... it was just to open a path. That was so cool. Green? Oh. That's gonna be super missile blow-upable. Press B to select 5 times the damage. 5 times the damage. We even get a specific number this time around. Nice. Fucking cool. Crushers. Wesley and Beverly. Shut up, Wesley. Nope. Kind of running scarily low on health. Face the right way, Samus! Fuck! One hit. One hit. Beautiful. Health. There's a save point very close, but I just now have to pass the chicken nugget boxes. Which, as we know, is a challenge. You know! It's not as easy as it looks. Good. We're good. Saved. Saved. Alright, so what the hell's going on here again? Do I want to be told if I missed a pickup? Maybe. As long as I'm still within... Oh, I see where I have to go. As long as I'm still within an area that I can get back to the pickup. Otherwise, it's just gonna throw off the entire flow. Yeah, the charge shot plus space jump equals like a form of the screw attack, but it's... Some of the enemies do not die right away with it. Like that, for example. I actually take damage. So it's not as broken as it was in Super Metroid. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, this... Hang on a second. That's a dead end. Hey, I know. Let me walk into the flow of lava. Or in this case, battery acid, or whatever the fuck that is. Someone said we need a Metroid Fusion remake. Do we, though? It feels pretty good still. I don't really think we need a Fusion remake. I streamed it like a few months ago, and it did not feel dated. Metroid 1 and 2 felt dated, but now that kind of has been remedied for both games. Fusion still plays great, still feels good, looks good. I would say it's fine as is. How about a new Metroid? How about entirely brand new Metroid? Side-scrolling, but with 3D graphics on the 3DS. That's all I've wanted. Just like Zelda Link Between Worlds, but for Metroid. That'd be great. Come on, Nintendo. I know you're listening. I know you're just waiting. You're just waiting for me to finish the stream so you can unleash your Metroid 30th anniversary surprise. A cease and desist. I mean, a brand new entry into the series. Or just Paper Metroid. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Whoever just said Paper Metroid in chat. Sure. Now, the Mario series was broad enough for a little bit of experimentation. I think Metroid, you have a lot less to work with. In a good way, because the material is a little bit more grown up. And a little bit more, I think fans know what they want from Metroid. They don't want, like, chibi style. You know what I mean? They want, like, semi-realistic... You know, they don't want, like, exaggerated features on the bodies of the characters, for example. You know. Spazer. It's a wide-ass beam. What's that, bro? You want chibi style? I got you. Kind of just like the way the Spazer looks on its own. It's less powerful. It doesn't go through shit. But, I mean, it's cool. And I like being able to choose what combination of beams I have. So someone said I missed a pickup. How far away? Oh, this is great against the chicken nuggets. Did I like the gameplay of Other M? I talked about Other M earlier. Oh, I can't get that yet. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought it was like a hidden room that I missed completely, but I see where it is. I see the pickup. Yeah, no, Other M I talked about earlier. I'm not gonna go into it in great detail, but just to answer your question, I thought the gameplay of Other M was pretty good. And it could have been better if it was on a classic controller and not a sideways Wiimote, which limited a lot of things. Okay, so I see what I have to do. Nope. Oh, I just chained together spine sharks. Will Vinny ever stream Metroid Prime? I have. Twice, actually, I think. Easier to build up speed. Fucking hell. There you go. Do you remember that one fucking missile pack that I got in Metroid Fusion that took me like 20 minutes? It had all like the weird things that you had to do, and you had to learn like a new way of jumping to get it. I forget exactly what it was, but it was, yeah, it was annoying. But I did it eventually. It took me a while. Also, I'm ready now for the wave beam. Yeah, that was a cool one. I enjoyed that. Will I stream Spectre Knight DLC for Shovel Knight when it comes out? I will. I streamed, the previous... I streamed Shovel Knight and the DLC. And I will definitely stream more of the DLC, because Shovel Knight is badass, and that team is really cool. That looks like power bombs. Oh, that's another thing. That room just does not want me to get in there. E-tank. What the fuck? Oh. What's the name of the company again? I see what you're doing, not here to stream. I see that kappa next to your fucking sentence.
Well, the name of the company is, Yacht Club Games. Hello, Shovel Knight. It's me, your old pal, Yacht Club Games. We're gonna give you some DLC aboard my Yacht Club Games. You could bring your save file.
How much is the DLC, Yacht Club Games?
It's not very expensive.
Huh?
Well, I'll figure that out later. As in, like... Whoa. I just realized super missiles are gonna make these fights pretty good. Like, I can fucking aim them appropriately. I hope the super missiles are kept sparse. I hope the super missiles aren't given to me in bucket loads, because I want them to be, like, a rarity. Like, alright, considering super missiles were not in Metroid 2 originally, I'd be okay with 10 maximum super missiles. Just to be used at the exact moment. For that extra boost of 5 times damage. Okay, so there's this area here. And it seems to be... I guess we'll just go through the thing. What are my favorite Metroid games? Well, before I started the stream today... You know what? I'm gonna try something. Before I started the stream, I did a little retrospective of the Metroid series. And, that'll probably be online on my Vinesauce channel. So if you want to watch that at a future time, or you can watch the VOD, I talk about the Metroid series in detail, my favorites. This is my favorite game series of all time. But not by a lot, I have to admit that, because Zelda is, like, really, really close. And, I know, I'm original. Shit. Zelda's pretty close, even the Mario series is up there. Chrono series, even though there's only 2 games. Metal Gear series is slowly, once again, becoming one of my favorite series. Having caught up over the past year. Fucking hell. Why am I doing this? I think... because there might be a thing. There might be a secret. But right now the sand is coarse, rough, and getting everywhere. No. Also the Half-Life series, even though there's only 2 fucking games. StarCraft, I mean, you know, just talking about games I spent sheer hours in and had fun with. There's a lot, but Metroid is still narrowly edging out that. So hang on a second, guys. I have a question. Anyone who has played this already in the past few hours, why is this just for fun? Is this just for funsies that this is breakable? Doesn't really look like there's anything in there. Just wanted to cover all my bases. Vinny, you were just naming the most popular games series of the past decades. Alright, let me reach into my ass wallet and find out if I can find a little indie series that you maybe never heard of. So I can get street cred. How about that Halo series? That's a great series. Grand Theft Auto, great series. One of my favorites. Maybe you haven't heard of it. Has a power-up in it? Okay. Hang on. I'll go get it. It's okay, you don't have to apologize, person who made that statement. It's all good. It is true, though. I mean, and then people ask me, what are my favorite bands? And I'm like, Pink Floyd, The Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and then, you know, then we dip into, like, Wilco and Radiohead, Tame Impala.
But yeah, I'm not really... I like what I like, and some of it is exceedingly popular, but then I would argue that it might be popular for a reason. Huh? No. People are saying there's an item in here. There's no item in here. Oh shit. I got japed again. Fucking jungle japed me. Alright, so I can't go to the place on the right because I need power bombs. So I'm gonna go look for power bombs, and I'm just gonna continue my mission in being lost. Eventually I'll figure it out. It was the Azura, the chibi Sergal, who keeps telling me, go back, Vinny, I'm not joking. But it's okay, Azura. If you have a screenshot, I'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll go back. But for now, I'm just gonna keep going because I think you're lying. Wait a minute. I can't actually get back over this way. Power bombs are next area. It's okay, Azura. There's no I didn't see anything over there, dude. Tried many times. There's no escape. Wait, maybe I can do that. No. Okay, now I'm well and truly lost. It finally happened, guys. Even with a map and hints, I'm now lost. I guess it wouldn't be Metroid otherwise, wouldn't it? Just double check that this is in fact not enough length. No. I need to shoot the floor. Lower levels. Well, I see that down there. There's all the way down there. That's lava, and that lava fucking hurts. Let me just double check. There's absolutely no way to get past these. Okay. So that's confirmed, not the way out. There are... I mean, there's the lava down that way. What I'm gonna do what that dude said, I'm gonna blow up the floor and see if I find anything. Okay. Good call. Good call. Japery deflected. Okay, so now I have a few options, few places I could go to. Okay, let's try this first. can't get down there. But, hang on a second. There is a big but here. I will be able to. Oh, I gotta reset the room. I see what to do. So overall, how is this game? Awesome. Really well done. I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. In fact, I have to keep reminding myself that this is fan-made. Not that that's a stigma, really, but it's just, it's surprising that this level of quality is put into it. Okay, new area. Vine area. Feel at home. Ah, fuck. Missed. Yeah, you can do that in 2 shots with a super missile. Notice that small bit of extra lighting on Samus. Samus. Super missiles. Alright, let's continue exploring the viney depths. Can we hear a Metroid story? I have a few Metroid stories. I believe I've told both of them, but since we're talking about Metroid, why not? So, Super Metroid was one of my favorite games, and I rented it a few times, but I was never able to finish it because, you know, soft, mushy ice cream brain. But more so than that, you know, when you rent it, you have school and homework and shit, it's hard to finish games. And, so I ended up renting it a few times, and then finally, I was so happy because I saved up enough money to buy it. And with a game that good, I was like, I'll definitely replay this, it's gonna be great. And, fuck. Hang on, let me concentrate for a sec. Never mind. Okay, time to spam. So yeah, I saved up my money, I bought the game, and I was playing it a lot, and really enjoying it, and then the cartridge, at some point, like maybe a few months in or a few weeks in, oh shit, that looked painful. Oh my god, stop, dude. Holy fuck, there's a separate animation for that. And that does a lot of damage. I really shouldn't be telling stories while I'm doing this. At one point, I went to go play the game, and the cartridge just broke. And here's how it happened. I couldn't get past the title screen. I would press the button to go into the next area, to go to the next menu, you know, to actually start the game, and I couldn't. It was stuck. And it would just go back to the title. I never, to this day, do not understand. I could never figure it out. I do not understand this glitch, or this problem. It's not a glitch, really. But I couldn't get past the title screen, and it was awful. And for weeks, I would load it up after school and try to fix it, or like, try again, hoping that maybe it would work. Like, maybe today it'll work. I don't know, you know, maybe if I blow into the cartridge hard enough, it'll work. And it was kind of fucking heartbreaking. But eventually we ended up, me and my cousin bought like this stuff to clean video games. And I cleaned the fuck out of it, still didn't work. Then, and I still don't know, like I can't imagine why a cartridge would just act like that. It's really bizarre. But then we opened it up. We actually took a screwdriver to it, opened the cartridge up, as if we knew what the fuck we were doing, and we just like moved a few things, and then cleaned a few things with this fluid, and still didn't work. We're lucky we didn't break it by doing that, but yeah, the title screen, couldn't get past it. So, I actually had to throw out the cartridge. Actually had to legitimately... I remember it was heartbreaking. I had to open the garbage. It was like, let it go. Just let it go. So I let it go. And then for years I didn't play the game until Skemulation, it rhymes with Skemulation, came around. So that was shitty. But that might be another reason why I have such fond memories of Super Metroid, because for a while I was unable to play it. Life did not allow me to play that game. And I have a few stories for Metroid 1. But I remember the door glitch taking me to, like, corrupted worlds. So I was doing corruptions before corruptors existed. There's a glitch in Metroid 1 where if you, stood in the doorway for, like, you have to stand exactly in the right spot. And you have to do a few things. I forget exactly how it's done now, but if you do it right, you will warp up and through walls, and you could, like, go to weird glitch areas, and sometimes you get stuck indefinitely and you wouldn't be able to come back. But I used to spend hours doing that, just looking for, like, new levels and corrupted worlds and stuff. So, I mean, I've always loved glitching games, and Metroid was one of my first opportunities to do so. Really fucking hurts. I still can't get the 2-hit. I wanna get that 2-hit kill. Shit's hard. Really fucking dark down here. There's also another section that I probably discussed during my Super Metroid streams, but there was, I remember renting the game one time and not being able to get past a certain part and then returning it because I thought the game was, like, glitched, or, like, I really didn't know where to go. Do you know the room in Super Metroid where you have to run to get through the things? Or you have to, like, run before the ground collapses? I didn't know there was a run button, or I forgot there was a run button. At one point, I think I was able to pass that on a previous rental, but on this particular rental, I totally forgot that there was a run button. The Bridge of Doom, I guess you want to call it. And, because you already go really fast in Super Metroid, so I just assumed, for some dumb reason, that that bridge was, like, I needed the speed boots. And it turns out that I needed to just hold the fucking run button. So that was a waste of a rental. And that sucked. But there was something about that, like, just trying everything, blowing up every wall, going into the same rooms over and over and over again. I gotta be honest, even though I couldn't figure out what to do, again, I played a lot of this stuff with my older cousin. Even though I didn't know what the fuck to do, it was kind of fun. Like, finding all new secrets and just feeling like, you know, there was so much more than there actually really was going on. It's like, where's the secret? It's like in Zelda when and you're in Dungeon 7, he says the secret is at the tip of the nose. Couldn't figure that shit out for a while. And then we obviously finally did. Go back for the super missile. Okay, I didn't see it. Let me this room? Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to build speed. This requires a spine shark, everyone. Lame. Alright. Let me actually think about this. Okay, so I can't exit, but there's not enough room to gather speed. What the fuck? The previous room doesn't look like... Do I have to, like, chain? Oh, wait a minute. Up here. This is enough room. Almost. Almost. I was trying to activate it, but you can't hold the button. Got it. Okay, good. It's pretty creepy music happening here. Perfectly atmospheric, perfectly Metroid. Is this a remix of an existing track? If so, which one? Does anyone know? It kind of sounds like a Metroid Prime track or one of the Prime games. This is a Prime 2 song. Okay. Torvis. Oh, right. Okay. I don't remember it, but... Gotcha. Prime 2. I remember the name of the area. Prime 2, I played... when it first came out, and then stopped like halfway through because... I was getting frustrated with it. And then I picked it back up while a buddy of mine, my friend Paul, like watched, and we solved the game together. We like kind of solved the puzzles. Forgot I had that. And that was even better because the two of us solving the puzzles together made the game so much more fun. It was fucking awesome. And it took us more than a couple of nights. It was an extensive process, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. I have not played it since then, though. Well, I stream the Prime games. I've streamed Prime 1 maybe twice. And I probably won't end up streaming Prime 2 or 3 anytime soon, but you know, never say never. Wow. I'm double-shotting this fucker. Nope. Nope. There we go. It took a while, but I got it. Also, dark as fuck. God, this got really, really dark. I may be in the minority, but I think that Prime 3 was slightly better than Prime 2. That's just my personal feelings. And I really only say by like a little tiny bit, not even that much. Why is the place shaking? When you defeat the proper number of Metroids, there's an earthquake that clears out the lava, and then you can progress to the next area. Let's see. Research team. For years, the Federation declared SR-388 unsafe to initiate new expeditions. However, after recent orbital scans failed to detect any Metroid presence on the planet's surface, the dispatch of a research vessel was finally approved. How wrong they were. The crew's mission was to inspect the region where the species was first encountered and reaffirm that none remained. Their next objectives were to explore the nearby Chozo ruins and study SR-388's other wildlife. Communication with the team was cut off and only a distress signal managed to reach HQ. Scans on the native Metroids reveal their most common form in prior incidents is merely the species' larval stage. While there are records of extreme mutations triggered by space pirates using abnormal stimuli, the Metroid homeworld of SR-388 is seemingly the only environment where the species can naturally transform. The Alpha Metroid has gained immunity to cold temperatures, with the loss of several nuclei which, within its green membrane, I'm just finding words to add in, within its green membrane has left it vulnerable to concussive weaponry. A plated exoskeleton partially covers it. This organism emerges from the molting of its larval form. Though aggressive, it is relatively weak at this stage, and its new appendages have yet to grow to their full length and strength. The Chozo were an ancient race, or an ancient and mysterious avian race, incredibly advanced. They colonized many worlds, spreading their message of peace throughout the universe. There are historical records and legends of the Chozo visiting other races, with whom they shared their knowledge and wisdom. These brief encounters led many primitive cultures to their present-day glory. Some say they helped consolidate the very foundations of the Galactic Federation. The fate of this race is unknown. Evidence suggests they slowly vanished from the cosmos over the course of the centuries. All that remains on each planet they inhabited are the ruins of their once glorious civilization. More lore at a later date. It's good stuff. Well written, too. I like how the burbs pollinated the planets. Ancient burb race became wise, like Hootie. Hootie was the progenitor. Speaking of progenitor races, talk about the movie Prometheus a little bit, but I'd rather not. We could talk about Prometheus 2, Paradise Lost. Or whatever the fuck it's being called. But, instead, why don't we talk about Neil Blumkin's Alien movie, since this game is so heavily inspired by the Alien series. It's a pretty good time to be a sci-fi fan. Got a new Star Trek series, on the way, with a really smart dude helming the process. Got Star Wars back in full effect. More Star Wars than we've ever fucking had. And it's not bad either. I think episode 8 is going to be really good. I have lots of faith in Rian Johnson. Is that his last name? Actually. Why am I now doubting that his last name is Rian Johnson? It just seems like not real. Yeah, it's Rian Johnson. That was weird. I doubted myself very hard for a moment. We've got Blade Runner 2, which I'm cautiously optimistic about because there's a really good team of people involved. Great director, cinematographer, good cast. And as a huge Blade Runner fan, I really hope they don't fuck it up. But I'm, you know, I'm not gonna be negative about it. The new Star Trek movie was pretty good. I really liked it. You know, like I said, there's a lot of good sci-fi. A lot of good sci-fi sequels, mostly, but, you know, there's a few original things here and there that have been pretty good. And you get your Guardians of the Galaxy and all that kind of stuff. So, it's a lot of good sci-fi. And that will conclude the Metroid stream, because I want to get some dinner and figure out what I'm doing. But this was a lot of fun, and I will be back with more Metroid 2 Remake at some point. But yeah, I've been streaming this for a couple of hours now, and to be continued. Definitely to be continued. This is great. My initial reaction to this game is awe, not to overstate it, but this is kind of incredible, and I'm really enjoying it. This is a good Metroid 30th anniversary. I'm really happy that this came out today. So we're gonna check out the art, so don't leave yet. Cool. Let's take a look at this real quick, just because I just want to see. I don't even really know the name of the people that made it. From what I understand, this is actually not an overly big team. Like, this is more or less a one-man spearheaded project, but with help. Toblerone Falcon. Falcool, sorry. Why was Capcom thanked? Oh, and there's the original staff. Gunpei Yokoi. Alright, let's check out the art, and then I'll fuck off. Now, I maybe will come back tonight. I don't know why I said maybe, but there is a chance that we'll have another early Metal Gear Solid stream if I don't end up having stuff to do. But there is also a chance I won't be back, and I'll just be back tomorrow. So, in which case, before I showcase the art, I'd like to thank you for joining, and remember, tomorrow is usually the grab bag stream of the week with just all the weird random stuff that I don't know where to fit anywhere else. So I just throw it all together on a Sunday. So you can definitely stop by then, or you can check out the other streamers. You can go to Vinesauce.com and check out all of our streamers, or you can go to twitch.tv/team/Vinesauce. I'll get you that link again. GPM is streaming, Rev is streaming, Fred's streaming. So you can watch a lot of cool stuff when I'm off. But yeah, let's see what this art's all about tonight. We got some Metroid tribute art, which is cool. I don't think I showed this yesterday, but this one's from Squidma. And it's the video Vinesauce 80s aesthetic. I'll definitely open with like a fucking Tears for Fears or Echo and the Bunnymen song when I show this one. And there's a BRB as well. This one is from Ozkai. Happy 30th anniversary, Metroid. This is cool. Let's see. This one's from Ninja Pup FTW. And it is... That's my band logo. And it's the purest definition of the word hazy. So... just sounded like a good name for a song, really. But thanks for the art. From Iron Fox Gaming, here's a BRB. Okay. Now it's a better BRB. From... let's see. 777 Salem.
Hey Vinny, it's Metroid's 30th anniversary. Hey Bob, what are we gonna do? You gonna make a Metroid burger, Bob?
From Umbratile, I think is how you say that. That's cool as fuck. I like how the mushroom is filled with corruptions. That's awesome. I am definitely going to be using that as a BRB. That's cool as fuck. Thank you. From Turtle Senior, or just Turtle Senior. Welcome everyone to Meme School. Meme School. Finally, I can learn to meme. Why is Nintendo sitting at Meme School? Anyway, from Giganticus. You broke the old man's dream to be the very best there ever was at hand game. Now this is definitely... I recognize the game, but the Old Man Club was, I think, the name of it. And I had to arm wrestle fish, aka play the hand game. And there's my character, of course, who's just a giant dinosaur. From Zandre, here's an animated Jape Cube, everyone. I expected at least one Jape Cube art, and I'm happy to get it. Let's see. This one's from Sir Silver, and it is a Vine-themed Samus armor. That's cool. Nicely done. I would like to see that modded into a game at some point. From Canada Hugs. I'm not sure whether I'm more sorry for you or myself. Note to Vinny, please leave it on screen for longer than usual to allow chat to nut. No, it's no. From Kappa Mari. Here's me as what am I? The hell is going on here? I thought it was fungi or like a Goron or Goron fungi for a second. But yeah, that's cool. It looks cool. From Raiden. Did I tell you I fucking hate sand? From Pecha Panda. It's time for Teletubbies. No! And it's me in the power armor, in the power suit. Let's see. This one is from Bubba416. The guns of the Patriots are actually just his fingers. This is from last night's stream if you missed it. Wow. Look at those faces. Look at those faces. And from Dr. Birdie MD, here's some vine shrooms in a garden. Alright. Well, this is cool. Thank you for the art. Thank you for watching the stream. Oh, hang on a second. From Dr. Killer, here's a little animation of Metroid 2's VHS. There you go. Just leave that in the corner there. Alright, well, that's the art. That's the stream. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you also enjoy Metroid's 30th anniversary. Maybe play some Blast Ball right? Flashball. Or this new one, which you can just find it, you know, Metroid. Just Google Metroid 2 Remake and you'll find it. Or, actually, I was gonna say, does Metroid Prime Hunters still have functional multiplayer? I don't think it does. But whatever you do, just remember that this series has been given, you know, a little bit of a shaft from time to time, but the fans love it, and we will continue to love this series. And it shows you that with enough effort, some amazing things can be made. This remake project was like 10 years of work, and it finally is out, and it's actually better than I expected. And as a Metroid fan, I couldn't be happier. So maybe this Federation Force nonsense will be okay, and then we'll get something that we really want. But until then, it's been a great... I'm 31, right? So Metroid's 30 years old. So think about that. I've spent, like, most of my life aware of this series and playing the series. So it's pretty important to me, and I love it. So here's to another 30. Hopefully by then, when I'm 61, Jesus Christ, when I'm 61 years old and I'm streaming Metroid Prime Fan Remake, we can actually have some other great games to look back on. So I'll see you guys later. If I'm back tonight, it'll be Metal Gear 4, likely, or maybe We Happy Few. We'll see. And if I'm not back, then I'll see you guys tomorrow with the usual stuff. Many other streamers are streaming. Check them out. Vinesauce.com. You can click their icon at the top of the page. I'll be hosting one of them at random. I'm going to flip like a few coins, I guess. So once again, thank you. Have a great night and enjoy pizza forever. Amen.